What is up, everybody? What is up? Welcome to Card Chaos Live. Um, Thank you guys for joining. I want to um just let you know that we are on episode 66, and this episode today is going to feature Anthony Davis and Tim Duncan. So here are the cards that I am going to use. This is a Prestige Panini Anthony Davis card right here, and here is my Anthony Davis Chronicles. I have a bunch of Anthony Davises, by the way, but like this is the one I chose to show off. Anyway, my name is Trisha Joy. I created this show, One-on-One Card Chaos Live, when the COVID paused the NBA temporarily, and it's a game where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Any player, any position, any era, anything goes. I am a card collector. People will just be like, "What?" Yeah, but I am. And here's the bracket that we're gonna have today. I've already pre-populated Anthony Davis and Tim Duncan right here. They will play third. So go ahead and tag your Spurs friends or your Lakers friends for this event. What up, Kevin? What up, Moses? I'm gonna go ahead and get right to filling in the rest of those brackets. Go ahead and tag your friends and let us begin. Welcome to Card Chaos Live. All right. Let's see. We will have. In our first bracket, we will have. In our first bracket, we will have Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis will be in this episode of Card Chaos Live. Against Kristaps Porzingis, we will have. Ooh, who's that? Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett will be in this episode of Card Chaos Live. In the second bracket, let me pick up some more cards. In the second bracket, we will have. Ooh, Dwight Howard, another Laker. All right, Dwight Howard will be in this episode of Card Chaos Live. And who else popped out? None other than Jokic. Jokic has popped out, and he will be in this episode of Card Chaos Live. And in the last bracket, we will have. Let's see. In the last bracket, we will have Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum will be in this episode of Card Chaos Live. And against Jason Tatum, we will have. All right. We have Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp has popped out. All right. Now we will pick the subs. The subs for today are John Wall. John Wall will be a sub in today's episode of Card Chaos Live. We also have Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley will be a sub on this episode of Card Chaos Live. And last but not least, we will have James Harden. All right? James Harden. All right, so just to recap, we're going to have KG versus Kristaps Porzingis. We're going to have Jokic versus Dwight Howard. In the main event, we will have Anthony Davis versus Tim Duncan. Right? And last but not least, we will have Sean Kemp versus Jason Tatum. The subs will be James Harden, Charles Barkley, and John Wall. Welcome to this episode of Card Chaos Live. What is up, everybody? Thank you for everybody joining. Yeah, I almost picked up the wrong card. I have so many Anthony Davises from the breaks that I've participated in. So I want to go ahead and thank all the groups that let me post on their walls. Cardopoly, 2MW Sports, the Greatest Sports Emporium, and the Best Down Sports Group. There are other groups that allow me to post, but I'll try to give them props throughout the game. Anyway, we already have a sub on the board. Moses says sub out Kemp. We just had him. Let's see, Barkley versus Tatum. That would be interesting. So we're gonna get right to that. Let's see what the first matchup brings. So let's hop right into it. I feel like I'm getting messages from people. Yeah. If you want to be on the show, we could do some stuff like that. And I'm willing to come on your shows too. I like to support people. So if you have your own show, just let me know. Just know I'm a little passionate about this thing. All right. I'm passionate about the NBA. Anyway, here's the first matchup. We're gonna have Kevin Garnett versus Kristaps Porzingis. All right. I'm gonna put 60 seconds on the clock. Kristaps Porzingis versus Kevin Garnett. All right. We're going to put the clock up and let us begin. All right. So, listen. Here's the matchup. All right. So, Kristaps Porzingis versus Kevin Garnett is a little bit more harder than we will let out. All right. Because everybody thinks about like young KG that came out of high school and it was dunking on everybody. And that's true. And that's fine. Like Kevin Garnett is a super dominant power forward of his time. But Kristaps Porzingis has a different skill set. Kristaps Porzingis can actually shoot from the outside, and I don't think I've seen Kevin Garnett make threes, but damn it, like it was a fluke, right? We know we wasn't expecting that. Now we expect like elbow shots from him, maybe little hook shots from the post in the paint, but like not a 3-point shot. That being said, 3-point shots are not the only thing that are going to get you to win this. So I believe that we're actually going to see Kevin Garnett come on top. Because Kristaps Porzingis would have to guard Kevin Garnett in the post, and I'm not sure. I can't remember much of KP on the Knicks, but can he guard players in the post? That's a question. Because I feel like it comes down to that. Anyway, welcome to Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Let's go to the wall. Moses says Kevin Garnett, Porzingis getting hurt. Oh man. Somebody from the one of the groups online said Porzingis. All right, so they're picking Porzingis. And Omar says Kevin Garnett, like easy, like Moses Jimenez says he could get hurt one-on-one. Oh, that's Joshua. Joshua said Porzingis. All right. So I'm gonna the group has already said KG. I'm like the fourth voter. I picked KG. So KG wins this round of Card Chaos Live. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the bracket and move him up. All right. So I actually even forgot to put it. KG versus KB or KP, and KG wins. All right. All right. So I'm going to bring up the bracket right now. And here we are. KG moves on. In the second bracket, sorry, Joshua. In the second bracket, we have we have Dwight Howard versus who do we have? Dwight Howard versus Jokic. How could I forget? I just want to remind you that we do have subs. So if you want a sub, we can sub out the player. We have John Wall, Charles Barkley, and James Harden. So we have Dwight Howard versus Jokic. All right. And before I start the clock, I just want to make sure y'all remember that we're going to deal with prime Dwight. Okay. Don't think about Dwight of the now. Think about prime Dwight. I think that's only fair. All right. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Let us begin. Dwight Howard versus Jokic. So Let me make some room here. Let me make some room. All right. Number one, Dwight Howard, I think, would be actually a good opponent for Jokic. Dwight Howard, who was the self-proclaimed Superman, I do believe that he would be able to play Jokic, but I feel like when it comes to like real skills, I'm gonna go ahead and say Jokic wins. He can shoot, he can handle the ball, he can do elbow shots. I think he could shoot for three as well. So he just has all the skills that he needs to succeed in one-on-one. Now, Prime Dwight, yeah, he's dunking all over Joker. And the question is, can Joker guard Dwight in the post? Because that's where most of his shots are going to come from. So if you think that Joker could guard Dwight, you're picking Joker. If you don't think so, I think Dwight Howard comes on top. All right, but overall, I think in terms of skill, I would go with Joker. All right, welcome to Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Ooh, any player, any position, any era, anything goes. We just did Joker versus Dwight Howard. Now, let's see what the board is saying. Joshua says Joker. Moses says, you said Prime. Dwight Howard eating boys lunch. Omar says Joker, better skill set. So one more thing from Moses. He said, I think Joker benefits from team ball. One-on-one with Dwight ain't a good look for him. Ooh, you do have some good arguments here, Moses, but you know, the majority of the people think that it's still Joker. We could be prisoners of the moment. I can admit that would be the case. All right, because there was so much drama with Dwight, we don't even remember some of his actual ball skills, and it's just muddled up, unfortunately. But I'll do my best to like post some other things that would remind us in our groups. All right, the group that I have is Card Chaos Live Audience. Again, if you like the page, and go ahead and share the page to your the game to your personal page. If you like the video, I can automatically add you to the group, which you guys get the opportunity to pick who these one-on-one matchups are. So if you want to do that, just let me know. You guys didn't move Joker on, and it seems like KG and Joker will be in the semifinals. What a wonderful semifinals matching up. Here comes the main event. The main event is Tim Duncan versus Anthony Davis. All right, Tim Duncan versus Anthony Davis. I posted something in another group that I have, 2MW Sports 360, and they're going back and forth about whether or not Tim Duncan is or Anthony Davis is better than Tim Duncan. Again, I think that sometimes when we're prisoners of the moment, we're also prisoners of the past. So with that said, 60 seconds on the clock, let's begin. Tim Duncan versus Anthony Davis. So here's the Tim Duncan card. I have the Prestige. And Tim Duncan was definitely a prestigious player, won like 4 rings in his career, played with one of the best organizations that people say in the NBA, which is the Spurs, and was able to average it wasn't even a crazy amount of points, but he was just consistent, which is the story that people say about Tim Duncan and why he's great. Anthony Davis poses a different kind of threat for Tim one-on-one, because Anthony Davis can play on the perimeter. Anthony Davis can shoot from the outside, and it's not that Tim Duncan can't guard perimeter players. I mean, it's not like there were none in his era, but there's a certain other, I guess, mindset he'd have to guard Anthony Davis, who could also get to the basket, who could also handle the ball. I just overall joke and think that Anthony Davis has a lot more skills in his tool set than Tim Duncan, and would be able to beat him one-on-one. That is my choice, and I'm sticking to it. Welcome to One-on-One Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. We just did Anthony Davis versus Tim Duncan. So I'm going to go to the board. And we see Joshua says Timmy. Omar says, wow, this is a tough one. I'll go with AD because he has a better long range jump shot slightly. And I didn't see any other votes. So, oh wait, hold on. Once again, 101 Duncan could not hold Davis. Davis ball handle and speed would give Timmy fits. I believe so as well, Moses. All right. So the secret is with us in Card Chaos Live, because on any other wall that I've put that question up, everybody's picking Tim Duncan, but they're not picking Anthony Davis. Only in Card Chaos Live we've done it. And I believe in you guys. You guys are the true thinkers of the game. Don't tell them I said that. So I'll go ahead and update that in the chart. Guys, if you hear a loud noise, my cat is doing some crazy things right now, and I can feel like she's about to knock something down. So Anthony Davis moves on, and we're left with the last bracket, which is Jason Tatum versus Shawn Kemp. Again, remember, we have 2 subs. We have 3 subs, actually. We have John Wall, Charles Barkley, and James Harden. John Wall, James Harden, and Charles Barkley. So here are the 2 matchups. I'm going to wait a couple seconds for somebody to tell me if they want a sub. You love cats, but my cat is crazy. All right. It's certified crazy. All right. So again, if you don't want to sub, just let me know. We have Charles Barkley, John Wall, and James Harden. All right. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. If I had to make a sub, I would sub out Jason Tatum for Charles Barkley. All right. Moses said sub. Who you want to sub? Let's go ahead and sub. Let's do the sub. Let's do Charles Barkley versus Shawn Kemp. Let's make it a big man bracket officially. Officially a big man bracket. You want Barkley in for Kemp? You really want to see Jason Tatum against Barkley? No, we can't do that. We're gonna make it an official big man bracket. Let's make it Shawn Kemp versus Charles Barkley. All right, Shawn Kemp versus Charles Barkley. he really wanted Tatum versus Charles Barkley. Tatum. No. Barkley versus Kemp. All right. We're going to have Barkley versus Kemp. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. All right. Barkley versus Kemp. Let us begin. All right. So, let's see. Ooh. I dropped them. Ooh. By the way, I got this card from Cardopoly. Cardopoly is a nice family-friendly game if you want to get into the card game with little investment, but lots of fun. Ooh, man. Listen, I know everybody supports the round amount of pound, but I'm going to have to go with Shawn Kemp. I feel like Shawn Kemp would be just a handful for Charles Barkley because of the size, and the speed, and Shawn Kemp is probably the only player during Charles Barkley's era that might have the same size as him in terms of like girth, like real, like he's just a big guy, but he was big and explosive, just as explosive as Charles Barkley. And I don't think Shawn Kemp got a lot of credit because he played for Seattle all the way up there. So I do believe that Shawn Kemp, because of his explosiveness and the body size, would give Charles Barkley fits and be able to come out on top. This would be a tight game, though, in my opinion. Anyway, welcome to Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Any player, any position, any era, anything goes. All right. Before I continue, I just want to say to you guys that I'm going to be releasing a video on Halloween Day, which is called the OKC Horror. And the OKC Horror is a horror movie that I made talking about July 2019, the minute that I heard that Paul George got traded to the Clippers. That was a nightmare that changed the course of my life for the next, we're at 18 months now. I'm doing well, guys. Thanks for praying for me. But that horror story I will release on the 31st. So look out for that. The Wall says that there's a mismatch between Charles Barkley. I don't see how you see this as a mismatch. I think this is the perfect matchup, to be honest. All right. I'll put it up on the walls and see. Moses says Kemp. I say Kemp as well. So sorry, Omar. No, Moses voted twice. Oh, he misspelled. I'll count it as 2 votes. All right. So we're gonna move on. Kemp over Barkley. And yeah, I might be biased, but oh well. All right. So I'm gonna give you a bigger view of this matchup. We got KG versus Jokic, AD versus Kemp. All right. And I know I do hate Barkley. This is crazy. Don't say that out loud. They don't know that here, Omar. Okay, so since it's only big man, I don't think I'm gonna do the A versus B thing. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the semifinals. Go ahead and tag your friend. Give me 1 second to arrange the cards, and we will begin. All right. Thank you guys for holding on tight. I just need to arrange the cards. Anyway, the first matchup is going to be Kevin Garnett versus Jokic. All right. Here are the cards right now. All right. We have Kevin Garnett versus Jokic. All right. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. 60 seconds on the clock. Let us begin. Yikes. All right. So here's the clock. All right. Now, here's the thing. I think that KG. Ooh, I might have to go with Joker one more. This sounds disrespectful because here we know that Kevin Garnett was in pristine shape. And not to say Joker's shape has anything to do with his performance, but I just believe that. Ooh, I don't know. This is so hard. I want to say Kevin Garnett, but I just know that he has more skills than him. I just know that Joker has more skills in the toolbox than Kevin Garnett. So I might pick him just because he'd frustrate Kevin Garnett. But then no, let me stop it. Kevin Garnett is gonna block everything Joker puts up. So I'll change my vote. I'm going with KG. I had a minor mind fart, but like with 5 seconds to go, I kind of had a flashback of prime KG. And yeah, Joker would have a handful and not be able to come out on top on this. Welcome to Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups. The board is in line with me. They're picking KG and KG. So KG moves on to the finals. All right. I'm going to put the board up. Right. The next matchup is AD versus Shawn Kemp. Ooh, that would be ugly. AD versus Shawn Kemp. All right. I'm switching up the AD cards that I'm going to use. All right. So here's the matchup right now. All right. Anthony Davis versus Shawn Kemp. All right. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Anthony Davis versus Shawn Kemp. Let us begin. All right, so this is another hard one. Okay, so Here's the thing. I don't think Anthony Davis could stop Sean Kemp in the post. But I also don't know if Sean Kemp can guard AD on the perimeter. But I also don't think that AD is going to take all his shots from the perimeter. He might try to test Sean Kemp. Try to test Sean Kemp in the post, and Sean Kemp is going to stop him right there. But Anthony Davis could block any shot that Sean Kemp puts up. So the score to me will be 1-2. By the end of the clock, it'll be score 1-2. But I think that Sean Kemp would have a very difficult time with putting up shots against Anthony Davis. And so Anthony Davis is going to win this one on defense, mostly, not offense. So if I had to put them one-on-one, all right, guys, I'm going to pick Anthony Davis over Sean Kemp. And that's my final answer. Welcome to Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Any player, any player, any position, any era, anything goes. Moses said, I'm going to lose service. So I'm going to go ahead and pick KG to win the finals. Okay, we'll get your vote. He said AD for this one. Omar says AD. We all pick AD. It's an AD sweep. So AD moves on to the finals. All right. And yeah, so one more thing before we move on to the finals. I just want to mention to you guys, I want to thank you for supporting the website. I think a lot of people are coming to the website. Like, I've been checking the stats, and that's amazing. So if you want to see past episodes, go to cardchaoslive.com. And you can see past episodes. You can buy stuff like top loaders if you're a collector, or some football cards. I'm listing them today. And if you go ahead and look for Card Chaos Live on YouTube, you'll find that we have a YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and subscribe to that. Anyway, let's get to the finals. All right. So the finals is Kevin Garnett versus Anthony Davis. All right. Kevin Garnett versus Anthony Davis. All right, I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Kevin Garnett versus Anthony Davis. Let us begin. All right, so, I don't know. I mean, this is one hell of a finals, if you ask me. And having Kevin Garnett against Anthony Davis, you can't go wrong with either choice. I remember prime KG, and he was a handful. I don't know if Anthony Davis has guarded someone like him. But that being said, the theme of this show is tool sets. And I think that Anthony Davis has a greater tool set as far as like a jumper, a mid-range, and could go to the basket and can handle the ball. Whereas Kevin Garnett has a mid-range, and that's it. Maybe a hook, spin, move. And that will be limiting to a Anthony Davis who has multiple things, right? They're both going to block 100 of their shots. So the score is going to be 1-2, probably Anthony Davis on top. All right. Welcome to Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Any player, any position, any era, anything goes. Let's see. So Moses' vote before he left was KG, and Omar said tough one, real tough one. I'll go KG. He's mentally tough one-on-one. So I was the only one that picked Anthony Davis. I guess you guys come out on top. I don't know why. Like, maybe it's just the way I think as opposed to everybody else. But this whole game, everybody has the opposite thought of everything that I thought. You know, I feel like KG is great, but Anthony Davis has just a lot more to put out in terms of like offense, a lot more options, you know. But I guess y'all don't like that. I guess that's not what's top of mind for y'all. Anyway, like I said to you guys before, I'm releasing my horror, my life, since Paul George ruined it all for me and my championship run with the OKC Thunder. That is coming out October 31st, called the OKC Horror. And I want to thank everyone for their support. I'm gonna replay this probably later today. I know a lot of people are at work, but always thankful for the support. Thank you, Omar, has been supporting from the beginning. Thank you, Moses, recent watcher, but supporting nonetheless. Look out for our other content and our other shows. And yeah, so I'll see you on Friday with Card Chaos. Ooh, let me not shortchange myself. Music, please. I'll see you on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Card Chaos Live.